Primal Chaos.
Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Enchroma Glasses. Enchroma makes corrective lenses and glasses for people with all kinds of color deficiencies. So if you're colorblind or you know someone who is, check out their website. And if you use the code CHAOS in checkout, CHAOS, you'll get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos at you. So it looks like BAND-MAID are just in a phase of dropping singles right now, which is good for all the fans of BAND-MAID. But yeah, I just did Unleash roughly a month ago, and it seems like it probably only just dropped on my channel fairly recently as well. But yeah, it looks like Influencer just dropped 4 days ago. I'm a bit late to this party, but you know, it's never too late to jump onto a BAND-MAID track. So I'm excited. I love these guys. I think that they're innovative. They're also hugely proficient with their instrumentation. And you know, they're just monster players, every single one of them. So it's always good to see what that combination yields. This song is called Influencer, which I'm assuming is some sort of commentary on social media or something like that. But I guess we'll find out. Let's just jump straight in. BAND-MAID Influencer official MV. Here we go. That's a rock and roll intro. I love it. All right, I'm going to stop it there. There's so much going on in this song. It's crazy. I love the Westernisms like Hunky Dory Day and things like that. That's what makes listening to Japanese music so interesting and so kind of it has its own unique flavor and stuff because it's taking Western influence and just pushing it through a lens. You know, like the story they're telling is going to be the same in anywhere in the world right now, in Japan, in Europe, in Australia. There's all of these issues with social media. That's something that the whole world is dealing with at once. But just like these little, I guess, Americanisms and stuff that sort of get shoehorned in there, it always seems fascinating to me, you know. But listen, we're here to talk about the music, and there is so much going on in this already. Like right from the opening sequence, where are we up to? Minute 44. So there's so much guitar at the start that's just almost seems like it's textural. Like it's not really adding anything melodically or harmonically. It's just scattered rhythms of just notes, which I think is really interesting. It's not something that you hear fairly commonly. I also like the fact that they have this weird prelude intro thing where again, there's nothing happening sort of harmonically. It's all just textural, rhythmic sort of stuff. It's just really minimal, right? It allows it when it goes into the next part to really open up and breathe. Right here. See, now this sounds way more melodic and volatile. But just listen to the guitar. It's just all so much. It's so crazy. Like the guitar is just constant. I've got this problem where all the pics I use are blue and my little desk mat is blue as well, so I can't see them. But, you know, it's just all sort of like just a lot of notes going on in the background. which should be extremely distracting, but for some reason it just works as like a textural device. It's like hi-hat rhythms. You know, I think it's because it's mixed so quietly in the background, and the fact that it's sort of up high where it's not going to get in the way too much of the rest of the band. The rest of the band's overall sound. It just sort of connects in your ears as just like a textural, like a textural kind of racket that's going on in the background, that you're just aware of. It's not dragging your attention away from the vocal or anything, you know. But yeah, just listen. It's all the way through. You can even see her doing it. You know, but it's just so unusual, but very cool. And now we let the bass do its thing. Great feel. That's awesome. Nice. Oh, doubling down. All right. It's a real interesting guitar effect. Oh, okay. All right, we're moving through double picks now. Listen to that, it's a freight train. Very cool. That song is just a powerhouse. It's just like, it's just there's so much going on the whole time, but and I've noticed this before with these guys, it never seems to be too much, right? It's like, it just sounds hyperactive and aggressive in its sort of arrangement, but it's never too much. You're never going, God, it's just a cacophony of crap. And I think that the reason for that is that they're so incredibly tight. Also, just like Misa being so foundational, especially even in the mix, you'll notice if you listen to it again, the guitars never feature that heavily in the mix. It's always kind of upper high mids, unless they're doing something that's just strictly rhythm guitar playing, which doesn't happen all that often. They're usually a little bit more high textural. You even saw Miku for a big chunk of the song playing sort of rhythm chords, sort of more up high on the neck rather than trying to bottom out and make it heavy and sort of low endy. And it's interesting. They sort of orchestrate their stuff in a way that allows them to add so much texture without sort of taking away from the foundation, you know, of the overall sound. And also Akane, just a great drummer. You know, she's kind of expressive and lyrical. She's not just creating a groove. She's also playing musically as well. And I love that they sort of ramp the song up. So at the start, if you listen to the drums, you know, it's a cool groove. The feel, man. But then sort of as we move into the end, she sort of dials up the double kicks. Sorry, I just gotta listen to solo again. Very cool. See that? Those triplet rolls? Or whatever they are. And then that leads into just more dominant double kicking just across the whole drum loops. They're just so good at producing a song, you know what I mean? Like just from beginning to end, there's just so many interesting parts. Such beautiful sort of, it's almost like musical choreography where they're all working together to create a sound. It's not just like, I mean, I suppose that's what happens when any band writes a song, but some people do it in such a way that they're leaving space for one another. They're working as a team. It's like if you get all of the world's best basketball players and you put them on the, you know, on the basketball court, you might find that there's a whole bunch of individuals playing, or you might find that there's an amazing team of individuals playing. And so like that's what these guys are. They're an amazing team of individuals that can each hold their own and each do what's necessary with a certain amount of flair and flourish, but still somehow manage to create an overall space for the entire sound of the song to just click together really, really nicely. I mean, I think I keep on saying that in different ways every time I do a BAND-MAID song, because that's the overwhelming thing for me. Obviously, at first you're overwhelmed by just the sheer talent of each of the players. And then you sort of, you know, the songs are always catchy. They always have a lot of variation throughout the song, which is a testament to people who care about what they're doing and they really want to produce the best possible thing. They're not just cutting and pasting verses and moving on. And, you know, and then just also just their ability to work as a single unit to create something that's always overwhelmingly sonically dense, but without it being just a nightmare of knotted together nonsense, you know? And yeah, that's the most impressive thing to me about these guys. They're just phenomenally good at working as a team. And that's not as it seems like, as when you're talking about bands, that shouldn't be as rare as it is, but it is. It's definitely these guys' unique skill, you know? Very cool. The other thing too, I just wanted to ask, this guitar solo, she's got some sort of a synth pedal or something. The sound of it it really tweaks my mind. As like, I know exactly what that is, but I can't put my finger on what it is. If anybody can tell me what that guitar effect is. Oh, could be an octaver. Could be an octaver. Hang on. Now, have I got one? Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be an octaver. I'm not sure. There's just some sort of synthetic. It's just such a weird sound. It's kind of like it sounds synthesized in a way, but it's kind of like maxed out. It almost sounds like it's bit crushed a little bit. But yeah, I was playing around for a second there, and I don't know if I really nailed it, but It's just such a cool sound. It almost sounds like video game music, right? You'd expect to hear from in like an arcade machine back in the day. And it's kind of got that bombastic sort of in your face energy to it as well that seems hyperactive and a little bit sort of it's just like it's digital music cranked up too much, you know, in a really cool way. And what a great band. They're just so good. Very cool, very cool. Anyway, listen, I think we've been over it enough. That was a cool ride. I'm a big fan. That's the kind of thing you don't want to, the kind of song you don't want to drive to because you'll end up getting speeding tickets. That's excellent. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much it. But if you feel like I've brightened your day at all, feel free to support the channel just by buying me a coffee. I'll leave a link in the description, or you can just hit the thanks button below the video. But yeah, most importantly, I'm really trying to sort of get my numbers up at the moment. So if you haven't subscribed and you like this sort of content, it really does help support the channel. Feel free to just press that button and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot, guys. Stay primal. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind. And if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description. It'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you.